So for the moment, let's hit the zoom plus a couple times. Makes that blob that we're used to again, okay. And now we want to go to the end of the file. End of the file, look, 3. Because I used all 3 seconds. So, let's jump to the end. The way I'm going to do that, I'm going to go over to these arrow tools, hit the right arrow, and that takes me alternative start, which we don't care about again, loop, don't care about as much, and end. Good, that's where we are. It's hard to see if we're exact here on the end. Looks close. Let's hit the zoom minus button again. Nope. It appears that we have gone too far past the end. So let's hit that minus button again. That's over by this wheel. And pull ourselves back. I'm just holding it down here. That looks pretty good. I'll zoom out one more time. Okay, that's about perfect. Yeah! Sounds great. Okay, so I have everything I need. My waveform is trimmed properly now. Now I don't have to push anything else after this when I'm done. I can just hit this exit button. Hit exit. Save changes to Tim sample. Yeah, I want to save changes to that. That's a good trim setting, so yes. Hit yes. Save Tim sample as whatever. I don't need that last one. I'm just going to rename, I'm just going to replace it. Perfect. Okay, so I've completed trimming a sample to make it the right length for me so that it starts immediately, even if I have it the slow bass sounds like that. When it's reading slowly through the file, even if I have it starting there, it's going to start immediately. That's great. Yeah. Now when I do chords, I'm going to hear them all together. Yeah, 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 yeah. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this file that we've trimmed, here again it's the Tim sample, and we're going to make it as loud as it can possibly be without clipping. You might remember when you're making your samples that sometimes it'll say something like minus 9 dB. Is this okay? It's trying to tell you that you didn't record things at the loudest possible level that you could do. You didn't use basically your entire bit depth. If you used your entire bit depth, it would go from here, we see it says 0 dB, 60, 40, 16, 8, 4, 0. 0 here is 0 dB full scale. That's the most possible sound you can get into the system. So, usually you don't want to get exactly to it because you might accidentally clip it. You get too much. And then it looks like this. Hey! It says clip right below mono off there. That's no good. We don't want to clip. So I'm going to turn down the gain on this little mixer a bit. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. That's a lot better. It's really close. I'm getting it at about minus 4 dB. Not up to the 0. But I'm not clipping. So I'm getting a lot of the bit depth taken up, but not all of it. Not as enough where we risk clipping. We see our file here. I still have some space. It says minus 6 dB. Hey, I'd like to make it as loud as possible, so when I play back the file I can really hear it. What I need to do then is I need to do a digital signal processing on it. I need to specifically raise the volume of everything. It'll just make all the waves larger until it fills the whole bit depth. The whole amplitude will be filled all the way to 0 decibels, right below it. The way we do that is we go over to here, DSP, some things we're going to do to the digital materials. That's all it means. We're going to do something with digital signal processing. What is processing? Doing something. So we hit it. Specifically what we're going to do is this first one that appears here called normalize. It's going to take the loudest wave here and bring it all the way up to 0 decibels full scale, the loudest it can possibly go. So what that's going to do for us is maximize our volume without clipping it. So now we have it set to normalize, or to make it as loud as possible. And all we have to do is hit the go button. The go button will do it. So hit go. Please wait. Keep this changed? Yeah, of course I want to keep this changed. That's what I'm doing. And it gives me the possibility of renaming it. I'm just replacing the last one. Now look, the file looks bigger and fatter. Great, we're done. We've normalized it. So hit done. If I get it back out again, hit exit, exit. Same file. Yeah! It's just the volume turned up on it, so everything sounds louder.